Welcome back to the design studio. I am Kat, owner and CEO, I guess. A little bit of everything. I am shipping, customer service, everything for Kat's Creations Wreath and catscreationsandmore.com. So if you're ever looking to purchase any of my products, you will find them on my Etsy shop, Kat's Creations Wreath, or on my website at catscreationsandmore.com. Today, we are going to be doing a new design with a new sign that is appropriately filmed or themed around football season. So knowing that we cannot make any licensed football products like representing actual teams or both in the NFL or even in high school or college teams, this one's going to serve an all-purpose theme, but you can definitely add your own NFL sports team, sports colors, whatever you would like to your design. Hi, Elizabeth. Welcome. So as you come in, say hi. I'd love to welcome you. If you're catching this on YouTube, you're catching this from an earlier Facebook Live. So if you want to join live, for now, just go over to my Facebook page, Kat's Creations Wreath, every Tuesday and Thursday. You can catch me there, and I think we're going to start going later. So look for that announcement probably coming in the beginning of July. We're going to probably change some things up a bit. Hi, Valerie. Welcome. So if you want to save a copy of this tutorial, if you're on Facebook, click the share button. Super simple. It'll save this tutorial on your Facebook page. If you are on YouTube, simply click the share button. It'll save it to however you have that set up on your YouTube account. Also, if you want to be notified when we go live, like I said, we're going to probably be changing our hours a little bit. Now that we're going summer, it's a little warmer. People are often doing things, so we might be pushing these out into later segments. So let me know your thoughts and opinions on that. But make sure you have your notifications turned on, which is simply make sure on Facebook that you're liking and following the page. Follow is hidden. Liking is easy to find. You're just going to click those three little dots next to the like button. It'll allow you to open another submenu where you can turn notifications on. And that's how you do it for any Facebook Live. For YouTube subscribers, super simple. Just click the subscribe button and you will be notified whenever I upload a new video, and hoping coming soon whenever we go live on YouTube as well. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to pivot you down. I'm going to go over all the materials and we'll get you guys going. So hang with me really quick. I'm going to go ahead and pull this down. I always forget where the microphone portion of that is always found. So just give me a second. My mount has gotten kind of loose. Hi, Arvina. Welcome. So we are doing a football themed wreath. Let me go ahead and get comments up so I can actually read those from you guys. I am looking. Why is this doing a weird thing? Hang on just one second. Facebook is just being a little, it's being weird. It's only showing me like a portion of the screen instead of the full screen. I don't know, just being weird. It like positioned it vertically when I didn't want it vertically, and now it's just being really bizarre. Okay, so we'll just let it be weird. Facebook, there's a note. Stop changing things. I know you're trying to improve things, but it seems like just when we get used to them, you change them and make us have to relearn everything all over again. Okay, let me go ahead and pin this. Oh lordy, everything is a challenge today. Okay, so hi Anna, hi Pam, hi Elizabeth. So 14-inch dollar cherry wreath form. Super simple. I'm going with the color scheme brown, white, and green for football. We're gonna wire this together, but let me cover all the materials first. So we are using this new sign that just came out from Personalize It by Pam. I'm trying to get rid of the weird ring light thing. Okay, there we go. So this is a 10-inch round. It says hello football season. Pretty much satisfies just about anything, any season or any season team colors. We've got the green from the football field and the brown and all of the things, backdrop, American flag. So you can pick this up on her website. Today is the last day to get 20% off of anything. And trust me, if you saw the baseball themed wreath, which is the one that's hanging on the door behind me, you'll want to grab this one too and get your 20% off. So when you're over there, just make sure you tell her Kat said hi, so she knows you came over there from there. So this is our inspirational piece. We are going to be using a green fabric mesh because I like this. It's very reminiscent of the football field. It's non-glitter, non-shiny, so we're going to be using this. You can find this at Craft Outlet. And our football themed ribbons are going to be, let me pull these out, along with brown and solid green, just to kind of tie these off. Where'd they come from? So the solid brown, Kringle, designs.us for that. Also the green 1.5 inch. I love to get all of my solids from them because I buy them on bigger rolls. The football themed, whether it's the footballs on white, this is from Craft Outlet. We have the yard line fabric. This is from 5th Street Studios on Etsy. And then we have the footballs on green, as well as the pigskin stitching on the 1.5 inch, and that is from Craft Outlet. In addition to that, we're going to add a little fun football squishy. You can get these on Amazon. I usually buy them in bulk quantities. It's like a little stress ball. We'll be adding this to our design as well, but they're so much fun just to have and squish. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. 14-inch Dollar Tree urethane, again from the Dollar Tree. 6 sections total. I've already done the first 5. We're going to do the last one together, which is simply taking a pipe cleaner. We're going to wire the 2 inside most rings with our pipe cleaner. This gives stability so they don't wobble, they don't fall over, and they don't require any glue to them. Then on the outside, what I have been doing is I've been trying to space these out about 3 inches. So like the distance from this pipe cleaner to this pipe cleaner, 3 inches. I'm going to do this one to this section and wire the outside 2 together. This way it just gives consistent, even spacing all the way around. And then we're going to do the same for the white. I'm going to go ahead and get that ready. Measure out about 3 inches. And then we are good to go. So now we're ready to go ahead and start adding our, the Decor mesh, the fabric mesh. So this fabric mesh, believe it or not, even though it is fabric mesh and it has the cotton fibers through it, I was able to take a rotary cutter for this and use the rotary cutter on this particular Decor mesh to keep the frays down. So when in doubt, just try it. You just never know. So that just tells me that they're changing up the ingredients on our Decor mesh. I'm going to be removing also the 6 inside pipe cleaners as I go and lay this Decor mesh inside. We are taking the finished edge and placing those towards the center, because in all likelihood, where the customer is going to be doing the most fussing is going to be the outside edge, not the sideways pieces. So I'm going to cut off the remnant of that, tuck that inside, and then we have space for the 2 outside pieces. So I'm just going to go ahead and tackle this one here, which is going to lay directly over the top of the other piece. The center just gives us filler in between those Decor mesh pieces. So you just want to try as best as you can to keep it kind of in the center. as you're ruffling or scrunching that towards you. It's about, like somebody asked me, you know, how thick are your ruffles? Mine are about 1/2 inch. So I don't grab giant quantities, but I do grab enough for my design. So again, just picture an imaginary line right up the center. I'm just gathering this in little small quantities like it's being pleated. Just find something that's comfortable for you. Now we're going to be adding this one. See how they like to go right through. We're going to be adding this to the outside of our next section. So I like to take the outside pieces, since there's no in between here, I like to just position that a little bit above and a little bit below the next one. Just like that. 2 twists. I like to take the outside edge and just fold that over gently just to help with the phrase. Now we're going to add our inside piece. We're going against the curl. So the curl side is face down. And we're going to squeeze this one in. Lay that one in. Nice and tight. Couple extra twists. All of our neighbors, I swear, are all mowing their lawns today. I think they're just preparing. We're supposed to get some rain tomorrow and Thursday here in Washington. So a little bit of a cool down for us. But the downside is when it does rain, things grow like crazy. So people are trying to get a head start on the rain we had last week, so that things can get back under control. And oh my Lord, I forgot to tell you guys, we have raspberries. So it is raspberry season here on the farm. So I will be out later this evening harvesting our raspberries before our birds get to them all. And yes, I realize you can get bird protective cloth, you know, to prevent the birds from, you know, ransacking everything we have. But honestly, it's a blessing that we have it. So share and share alike. That's the way I see it. So we always make sure that, kind of, you know, biblical, we don't glean everything off the plants. We save stuff for rabbits, squirrels, the deer that happened to come our way. But I'm super excited. We have raspberries, which means we're going to be making some jam. Guadalupe asked, so you're not cutting all the pipe cleaners? No, just the inside 6. We'll be using the outside ones for our ribbon tails, which I will be showing you in the next step of this tutorial. It is very hot today. Currently in the shop, it is a balmy 85. Elizabeth says that she's in the middle of monsoon season, so they get lots of downpours. Where are you at, Elizabeth? I think you've told me, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Perfect. Thank you, Guadalupe. Glad that that helped. So just the inside 6, because once we add the bow and the sign, we're not going to have room for much else. Okay, so we're going to grab our outside one here. I have all my deca mesh, like I have one inside the other as I was cutting this, just to keep things going. Okay, swinging this around. This is a nice football color, this Kelly green color. 2 twists. We're going to fan these out Again, fold the ends over and move my pipe cleaners to the side. So here's an upper and a lower because we're connecting that next side. I just don't get how these people can be mowing right now. It is so warm outside. And I know our neighbors, they don't have any trees, so it is just direct sun beating down. Okay, folding those edges over, moving the pipe cleaner to the left. It just helps so that it gets it out of the way so it doesn't go through the holes. Because those pipe cleaners will go right through that, no problem. So currently my private group is still open. So if you guys have been thinking about joining, this would be a great time to do so. We're getting ready for our Christmas in July. So we're going to be doing a lot of new Christmas designs to kick off July. Not because people are busy shopping for Christmas, but some people do jump on that and grab hold of those deals. So if you'd like to join, you can do so by clicking the link at the bottom, catscreationsandmore.com, and then you can hop on over there, read about all the things you get, including discounts from Personalize It by Pam, so you don't have to wait for the sales. You can just score those whenever she launches new designs, and she's so nice to let us know about them firsthand. Okay, we're going to the outside, making sure we've got that overlap going on. And I always just use a weighted something, scissors, pliers, cell phone, what have you, to hold that item down. Folding our edges over, move the pipe cleaners to the side. We're getting ready to add our centerpiece. So this is a great wreath idea for, like I said, you could, this could be your base, and then you can add in all your fun school, college colors. You could go with your own NFL team and make this something ideal for you, because I'm just laying in neutral colors. So just like the green of the field, this will go with any sports theme. Okay. There we go. And plop this one down. 2 twists so that we have plenty of pipe cleaner left over. I'm just making that connection on the outside so that when we come in with our ribbon tails, we can see everything. Couple pieces left. Lay this down right over the top. Want to make sure I can get my pipe cleaner so it's not underneath. Move them over to the side, and we're ready to do our inside piece. This will be our last inside. So the last time we're cutting the pipe cleaners from this part. And it's honestly not cool right now at 4 o'clock. I'm like, I would be doing my lawn mowing at about 7 or 7:30. Although out here it's really weird. It doesn't get dark until almost 10 p.m. We're so far up north that you would think, oh, they get, you know, sun, you know, sunsets, you know, pretty regularly. No, it doesn't. It's kind of crazy. Going to bed and still seeing it's daylight outside. We're trying to prep for our blueberries because those are slowly, the berries are all on, but they just haven't changed. There's a few that are starting to pop into their dark purple blue color. So definitely blueberry season right now. Right, Guadalupe says, even then it's hot. It is. We just wait for the sun to go down past our tree line, so then our yard is shaded, and then we can start doing some stuff. Last piece squeezing in right now. We're gonna find that little one way inside this final piece. Just gonna tuck that in. It's always tough to put the last piece in there because there's just enough space. And then we'll get that all sorted out. I like to do my pipe cleaners up and down so that when we're ready right now to lay in our outside ribbon tails, we have those access points all the way through. Sometimes you have to make some slight ribbon adjustments, but since we pushed them all to the side, this just makes laying that ribbon piece in so nice. Okay, so the ribbon combinations that I have for this design are, we are going to be pairing the football on white 1.5 inches. All the 1.5 inches is cut to 19 inches, and all the 2.5 inch ribbon is cut to 14 inches. So these are the pairing. We're gonna pair the yard line with the footballs, and then we're gonna come in and pair the pigskin stitching with the footballs on the green. So those are the two color combinations. Now the ribbon has already been dovetailed, so we're simply folding that in half. We're gonna gather right up the center. We're gonna lay that ribbon in, one twist, fan that to the outside. We're gonna take our 1.5 inch ribbon. We're going to match up the dovetailed ends, go up about 2 inches from the top and gather inside 2 inches and lay that directly inside your pipe cleaner. Couple extra twists. We're going to remove that right off the where we haven't twisted anymore. We're going to tuck that directly behind the loop. We're going to open the loop. We're going to right side the left portion of our ribbon and then kind of lay that in between so that we can see both ribbons. Now we're taking the next combination. So right up the center, lay that right on the inside, one twist, flip this out, which just means bring your fingers under that ribbon and pull it towards you. And then we're going to do the same thing, gather, lay this right on the inside. I twist it probably about 3 or 4 times. Remove the excess. Take the excess, go behind the loop so we don't see it. Open our loop. Right side this left portion so we can get it right side facing. Just like that. Nice football ribbon. and you can decide which ones you want to have lay where. It's entirely up to you. I like the yard line, the footballs, and the stitching. Those are my favorite. So I'm going to be featuring those predominantly on the outside of this one. Just like so. And you don't have to fluff this part until you get the ribbon in the 1.5 half bow, and then just do it all at the same time. Or you can just go around the outside and put all your 2.5 in, and then come back around and put all your 1.5 in. I used to do that, and now I'm like, no, we'll just do it this way. Flip one side over, pair that. I like the football stitching, so again, I'm making that a predominant feature. Now sometimes our deco mesh gets in the way. Like this piece is like it's leaning way forward. I'm just gonna pick it up and put it back where it needs to be, just as we're laying our deco mesh in. The pieces just kind of fall where they want to. Coming in here with our ribbon, as you can tell, you can see all the ribbon tails as we're going around the whole outside of this design. And that's what you need to see. The deco mesh is more like it's our background. We'll still be able to see the green color. You could come in and add some flex tubing to this if you want to embellish it further. You could add more football themed items. You can glue little mini football helmets in here if you'd like. Again, we're featuring this predominantly on the outside. And then we're going to make sure that our deco mesh stays put where I want it to go. What questions do you guys have that I can possibly answer for you? Here to answer any questions you have. Leslie, I don't have the iNotify. So you just need to make sure that you're liking and following the page, and then you'll be notified automatically when I go live on your device. Okay, we're flipping this around. Right siding. I'm going to pop my stitching on top. And then here we need to readjust our ribbon and get the deco mesh to go behind. Hi Ruth, she says, I'm always watching the replay. I am glad I found you live. Well, thanks Ruth. I am glad that you caught me alive. There we go. Again, fanning that. So one of the perks private group members get, besides discounts on their supplies from the vendors we have partnerships with, like Pam, Kringle Designs, is they get detailed materials lists, so they will have all of the details about how to make this wreath that they can print out, along with a photo and the video link that they can watch. Squishing up. I haven't even looked to see what the new football ribbon looks like this year. I love the pigskin stitching ribbon because it is textured. So you can actually feel all those bumps, like all these little things on the ribbon. It's kind of like an embossed ribbon feel. Okay. So you see how everything is just like evenly spaced by making sure that you've got that 3-inch spacing with your ribbon tails to the outside where we place the deco mesh. It's not like, hey, just throw it on there any old place. There's actually a reason for that. And again, we're gonna take this, lay that underneath. I'm going to take my stitching, bring it up to the top so we can see all the football stuff. How many of you are football fans? Give me a little thumbs up or a heart if you guys are football lovers. I'm going to do the stitching on top. Oh, perfect. Jan's got a thumbs up. Guadalupe has got the little hand in the air. Angie's got thumbs up. Nice. I honestly am not a big football fan. I enjoy the Super Bowl commercials, if that counts. And that's about as far as it goes. Baseball too. Awesome, Guadalupe. I am more of a baseball fan, I think, than I am a football fan. And I don't know why that is. Valerie says Minnesota Vikings. That's awesome. This is funny too, because for a long time, California, when I lived in California, California did not have any football teams for a while. Elizabeth says, sounds like me. My husband's not even a big, huge football fan, thank God. For those of you that have husbands that are huge football fans, hats off to you. I don't think anybody I've ever dated in my past, nobody was like a football fan. We went to football games just because, like, baseball games are always more fun to go see live than watching on TV. 2 more of each, and then our ribbon tails and half bows to the outside are finished. You know when he's going to finish his lawn. Right when I finish my live. He'll finally finish. He doesn't even mow the whole side of his yard. He has just a little section in the front. But most of the people, honestly, who live where we are have 5 or more acres. But you'd be surprised at how many people don't mow all their acres. A lot of them leave the back acreage that they have on their property. They just let it go, which is crazy. Because, man, if you don't take care of that stuff, it is pretty crazy wild. Last one. And then we will make our bow. I think I've added, yeah, I plugged my glue gun in. I wanted to make sure I did that for our sign. Okay, last one. Like I said, even adding brown flex tubing, brown and green would have been super cute on this as an additional embellishment, or brown, green, and white little scatters and fillers. Because right now at Hobby Lobby, I know you guys are probably cringing at this, but their fall is now 40% off. So you can pick up the fall colored scatters and fillers, which are the green, orange, and brown. So if you like scatters and fillers, don't wait till they're all gone. Grab them now. Okay, so there is our gorgeous design. Lots of green, and it's funny, this looks like a deep forest green, but here is a Kelly green color. Let's see if we can shine the light. Will that change the color? Not really. I like have the green on there, but it's not popping up. Okay, let's set this aside. Let's grab all of our bow colors for this wreath. I think if I had a pool, I would be inclined to jump in a pool today. So let's bring all the colors out and figure out in what order are we going to use these. So I am thinking I'm going to probably, I think I'm not sure which one I want to see on the outside. Probably the footballs, which means that we should go like this. And now that's not going to work. Let's see. There we go. I like that better. So I'm toggling, I'm splitting the solids apart, and then, oh, we can't do it that way. Come on, girl. Technically we can. Trying to see if I like that. I think so. I want to separate the solids. So let's see if that will work. So we are going to use the Bodabra. We are going to do dovetail in first, which just bring the wired edges together. Cut from the fold to the wired point, and depending upon how high up you come on that fold, let me zoom in. Depending upon how high up you come on that fold determines the depth of your V, but it'll give you the perfect V without having to worry about like, hey, how far in do I need to get that? Okay, so we're going to do 10" for our tail. So we're going to gather it 10 inches. We're going to twist, place that right inside the Bodabra. Great question. Let's see. Angie asked how many bowls should be bows total. I'm thinking just one, but we'll see. I've only like calculated for one, but we have enough materials to make two, but just one. So now I want this outside loop to be about 5.5 inches. So when I line up my Bodabra to be on that 10-inch line, when I go to stretch this out, this end should be right at 5.5 inches. And then we'll do it to the other side. We'll just verify the length. That's almost a little bit closer to 6, right there. And then we're going to stretch this out to 10 inches. And we'll dovetail that again. Okay, that one done. I need to bring my trash can closer. I've been missing my trash can. I just keep dropping things to the floor. because I moved my trash can over. Okay, so this one, same thing, dovetail your end first. This one we're going to make 9.5 inches long. So 9.5. We're going to twist, place that right on the inside. And this time the loop size is only going to be 5 inches. We're going to bring that down by 1/2 inch. But you need to verify, does that stop at your 5-inch line? Okay, same thing, twist, drop that on, verify the length, just a smidge, and then we want this out to 9.5, almost the 50-yard line. Not quite though. Okay, that one's all done. Okay, those two are finished. Then we said we're going to come up with the brown, solid brown. This is our 1.5 inch. Dovetail the end. Just puts a nice pretty cut on there. This one's going to be 9 inches. We're going to gather and twist. And this time we're going with 4.5 inches for our loop length. Let's measure and verify. Do the same on the other side. Verify the length. And then we're going to take that back out 9 inches. And we'll put a dovetail end on that. I need to order more solid brown ribbon. I am almost out and fall is coming. Now the stitching ribbon, so cute, is going to be 8.5 inches. And it is also going to be 4.5 inch for the loop. So because we've already done it with the solid brown, when we come up and over, we don't need to verify. We're just going to put our fingers in the bottom one and then pull. So we've got the same length on both sides. But we do need to measure the tail length so that it ends at 8.5. Okay, that one's down. Now we have our solid green. And this one is going to be an 8-inch tail with a 4-inch loop. So dovetail the ends. We're going to go 8 inches in, twist, drop that on the inside. We're going to measure out what we think is 4 inches, but then verify the length. Do the same for the other side. Verify the length. And then back out 8 inches. Now the reason why I verify all of my lengths is because when I get ready to go fluff, you know how if you don't measure and you're just kind of eyeballing it, sometimes it happens where one loop will be slightly longer than the other. This way, by measuring both of them, you can be assured that they're both the same size. And the last one, our football ribbon. Dovetail the ends. And this is going to be 7.5 inches with a 3.5 inch loop. So we're ending with the footballs on the top. So 3.5 inches. Let's verify that length. It's going to be a pretty small bow. That's generally about the smallest loop that I go with, is about 3.5 inches. Bring that in and then back out. 7.5 inches. Ooh. Got the wire on that one. Okay, now we're ready to add our pipe cleaner to this. So I'm going to use white. We're going to preform it into a little U shape, so it's easier when I go to pick this up, compressing down the sides, just like that. Reposition your hand so that you can drop your pipe cleaner in the bottom. You're going to twist, 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 twist. And then we're ready to attach this to the fluff board for fluffing. And we've got this here. So this is just a 24 inch by 24 inch by 1 inch thick piece of plywood that I've added some flooring. It's like a flooring strip, so it's textured and it looks like wood. Just makes for a nicer presentation. Even when you're making your bows to sell them, it just looks nicer. There we go. All right, flipping over from the bottom, we're gonna go tail to the right or left, loop to the right. This is our top stack, this is bottom stack. We're gonna find that same ribbon on the bottom and go opposite. So the tail is gonna go to the right, loop to the left. So they're opposite of each other. On the next side, we are going to pull our tail to the right and our loop to the left. Do that on the other side. There's that. So now you can see that they're staggering tails from loops, and you can always adjust your loops as you see fit. Now I'm bringing the brown, and I'm going to go follow the same pattern here. Tail to the left, loop to the right. Go find it on the other side. Loop to the left, tail to the right. Bring the next one down opposite. So we're going to bring the tail over. We're just following that 50-yard line. Go to your bottom stack, do opposite. And then now from here, I'm just going to toggle so it's not just solid. I'm going to bring my tail right over here. And then I'm going to do the same on the opposite side. And then we're going to bring this one down. This is going to follow suit. I've got it like it's all pinched down here at the bottom, especially with this. Okay, follow the green, or no, follow the brown. What was I doing? Follow the brown. So we're going opposite here. Opposite here, opposite here. Everything is completely flat. From here, you have all of your tails confined right here. So we're not going to worry about the tails right now. We're just going to fluff by lifting the top two and open up the loops. Just like that. Nice little crisscross pattern. Then from here, you're going to decide, do you want the brown in the center or the pigskin? I like the pigskin in the middle. So I'm going to give it that look. Yeah, and we'll bring the brown over. We're going to make sure that happens here. So put your fingers in and then just reposition them, which is why the fluff board has the hook in it. It allows me to really pull on the ribbon. And then of course I want the yard line to go in between. And that one there. I'm going to bring these two up and over. And now we're going to deal with the tails. So we're just going to run these through our fingers like curling ribbon. That'll kind of put that nice little curl back in them. All the way down to the bottom. This way, when we go to lay it on top of our wreath, everything is in the right position. And remember, you know, as a bow designer, you don't have to do it this way. You can do it any other way. You can mix your tails in with your loops. Be as creative as you want. This is just a recipe that works for me. I know how big the bow will be. I know how to position the tails so that this works. I'm just going to take this off the fluff board and let's prep our sign. So we are going to add a business card to the back. I'm just going to verify that we are right side up. We're going to take our glue gun. We're going to add this all the way around. Ooh, start to get a little hot. Just like that. And now we are going to add some holes to our sign. Get rid of all this stuff since we don't need it. So I have a 1.5 millimeter hole punch. It literally looks like that. It is exactly what you think it's for, punching holes in the bottom of your sign. So I'm trying to line this up as best as I possibly can. Punch my hole in the sign. Right along that nice little wood trim. And I'm going to use 22 gauge floral wire to attach my sign. Just enough to get through the bottom. And you can get that from Michael's. It's where I buy mine from, because you get a 190-foot roll for about, I want to say, less than $10. So we want to make sure that we have even amounts on our sign. And I am building this right over the back of the hole in my sign. And it's creating like a little base so that my wire will stay on the back of the sign. It won't come out towards the front. And we'll do the same thing here. Just make sure we have even amounts. Build right over the hole, which just means twist right over the hole. And now we're ready to add that sign to our wreath. Okay, now remember, we had those pipe cleaners in the center that we removed. So I am going to position my sign directly over two of those holes. That will assure me that I have this in the center of the wreath. I'm going just above and just below. I want to make sure that I have my deco mesh pulled out away from that. And I want to pull this down to about the depth I want to keep my sign. Once I get it to that depth, I'm just going to twist. And then we're going to do the same because we have our same pipe cleaner on this side. And just straightening out my wire so that it will go directly where I need it to go. Same thing. I'm going to allow this one because I know we're going to put our bow right here. I'm going to go ahead and pull my sign down to the depth I need it to. So it is not all the way down to the bottom. If you do that, you will sink your sign about 5 inches into the bottom. I am going to take some of this green, however, and just do what I call feather the edge. It just kind of gets away from some of that harsh edge on our sign. So just kind of grab some of the edging. We don't want too much out. We'll be readjusting our ribbons because those all get messed up while we're adding our sign. And then right in here, which is where our bow home is going to be, we're going to tuck this in because if we don't, our bow will float on the top edge of our deco mesh. It will not want to lay flat. So I'm going to pull my ribbons to the front. And since I know where my tails and loops are going to lie, I can take this and position this directly where I want it to be. Let me find my pipe cleaner. Have it out the other side. There we go. It's like a bridal bouquet almost. So I want to make sure that my ribbon tails are going to cascade. I don't impact the sign at all. So now I'm just going to attach my bow. To this, to the base. Trying to find the rail so that I have it on either side. I'm going to kind of push that down so it sits to the depth that I want. And now we're just going to refluff our bow. We're going to make our ribbon tails go wherever we would like them to go. Kind of like the idea of it coming around here. And make sure that we're pulling all of our tails down, just like so. And then we've got to figure out where we're going to put our little football. I really don't want to put it in the center of the bow. So I am thinking, little squishy ball, where'd you go? I'm thinking right here is where initially my thought process was, just adding that little football inside there. So to do that, we're going to take our floral wire. We're going to create a hanger for it so that if you wanted to take it off and use it for a stress ball. Bringing my bow where I want it to be. And then we want to make sure the stitching stays to the top, but because it's squishy, I'm just going to go right here on the outside. I'm going to pray this will go right through because it's pretty thick wire, and it does. So I grabbed a pretty good meaty sized piece, again making sure we have that twisted. I don't want to twist the football portion, I just want to twist the wire. So that that stays. And then we're going to wire this in to our design. Drop that end in. We'll bring our football around and just have it sit right on top of that sign. And there we go. I am just fluffing up my ribbons so we can go ahead and put this on the door so you can see what this looks like on our door, full-size door, just in case you want to know, what does that look like on a full-size door? Okay, I'm going to pivot you up. Wow, I really got my camera mount to stay really tight. Okay, so this is the baseball one. So if you like the baseball one, you can get the baseball sign too. Pam just came out with this one. It just says, hello baseball season. It does feature a authentic baseball added on there. You could definitely do that on here. You could add a football, but you're gonna need some more space. Oops. And then you're just going to fluff all your ribbon tails so we can see all the gorgeous ribbon. And make sure that everything lays the way that you want it to. I like to always make sure that my ribbon tips are all fashioned in the right direction. Make sure you can see that consistently all the way above and through the top, all the way around. And there you have it. Let's add a, I am going to take a large brown metallic ball, the little scatters and fillers. I'm just going to add this right to the center of that bow, just to kind of give it a little pop of sparkle right in there. And there you have it. Super simple football wreath that is ready for football season. Let's kind of get that down so you can see it a little bit better. Oh, thank you, Pam. Lori Ellen says, do you ever use zip ties for bows? I always break the pipe cleaner. No, but you can. You just have to make sure that you include something that allows you to fasten your bow to your wreath. But you can definitely use that. You can use floral wire too. Hi Veronica, welcome. This will go to replay as soon as we're done. Awesome. Okay, well there you guys have it. We are finished with our football design. So football, baseball, it's good to kind of have a little bit of those in your shop for, I mean, football doesn't really start a little bit, it's more towards the fall, but having them in your shop just puts you ahead of people who want to do it for like their Super Bowl parties, which isn't until January, February. But you can have it ready for football season. You can put it in the man cave. You can do it as a Father's Day gift. You can have it as a gift for a guy, for anniversary, birthday, whatever. Some guys even have like dedicated football sports teams room. You can definitely have that there. This is available for sale currently on my website only right now, which is at the link pinned below, catscreationsandmore.com. Other than that, that's all I have for you. Oh, nice. Yes, Guadalupe says also high school band. Definitely. You can definitely do that as well. So that is all I have for you today. I hope you guys will come back and join me on Thursday. If you're not already following me on my email newsletter, make sure you go to the website, catscreationsandmore.com, sign up for the newsletter so that you're up to date with all the relevant stuff. If you miss any tutorials, want to know about anything coming up, we make sure that we get that out to the email subscribers as well, in case you miss it on one of our lives. Other than that, thanks for joining me, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye for now, everyone.